Hey everybody, it's DeAndre here. Just wanted to do a pre-intro to the intro because at the time of the recording, we didn't have a name, right? So the name of the podcast is called Speak. I'm interviewing my friend Jaqui Fletcher. He's also the visionary of DTE, it's Dynasty Trail Enterprise, where we bring you like movies and books and films and a podcast like this and some other things. And he's also a bit under the weather, so you can hear him sniffling, and he's going to sound a bit different than what he normally does. But I wanted to do this podcast justice and do a pre-intro because we just jump right into it. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy.
Figuring like that, man.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, first podcast of the year.
Okay.
We don't have a proper name yet.
By the end of the year, first of the year.
The podcast where we direct your attention to the world's genius. Today we have my brother, Jaqui Fletcher.
What's the name of it?
We don't have a name yet.
Direct your words to the genius.
But the subtitle is Directing You to the World's Genius.
Directing you to the world's genius.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
You're the genius today.
All right. No, I ain't the genius, man.
You're the genius today.
No, I'm not the genius, man. God, the genius.
Okay.
I'm the genes. I'm the gene and genius.
Okay.
The rest of it is our Lord who art in heaven, our Father who art in heaven. Yeah, man.
Okay. So, I prayed about who I should interview first.
Okay.
And your name came up.
Okay.
And what I want to talk to you about is community. So you're somebody that I know who really values community, right? That's a really general statement, but
very general.
Yeah, but you really put an emphasis on people needing people. You've said this before that you consider yourself. I think you consider yourself. You're an on the ground person,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Feet on the ground.
What do you mean by that? Feet on the ground. What do you mean by that?
I would say I'm living a human experience in a real way. I'm not running from it. I'm not lying to myself about it. And I'm taking it on in a real way. I understand that progression and development can be skipped, or maybe the word is circumvented. Is circumvent the word?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be substituted for nothing else. A lot of the wisdom that people say I have, like I didn't read about it. Like I paid the price for it.
What do you mean by that?
I paid the price for all the wisdom that I have, man. I actually experienced it. all the advice that I have to give to somebody is usually on the tail end of a terrible decision that I made, and I walked all the way out until it blew up. That's how I know the signs of it. And the worst part about it, I seen them all multiple times, so that's why it's easy. Well, not easy. Let's just say easy. It's easy for me to see the early signs of it. The developing process, I can see all the stages of it just off of like what somebody's saying, especially if they're being honest, or even when people aren't being honest. They kind of like people telling themselves.
Okay. So, the first thing that you said that you're having I'm paraphrasing, you're having a real human experience, and you're not avoiding it, right? You're not trying to circumvent the process that you're going through. I would think that the reason you say that is because people do try to circumvent, and people do try to avoid the human experience. Would you say that?
I would say people believe. I think the first part is that they believe that there is a way of substituting the development process, which causes them to look for different avenues, aka what the older people call us the microwave generation.
Yeah, microwave.
Microwave generation.
What generation are we?
Like
Z?
like what? I don't know. I think it is Z.
Are we Z?
I think it might be Z. It could be. I don't know. It's only one way to find out, man. Googling it. I don't know. I think we are Generation Z. Very specific group. I mean, we're '90s kids, so I think we saw a lot of things come to fruition. We saw the Razor. We saw the Boost Mobiles. We saw the iPods turn to iPads. We saw Androids turn to iPhones. We seen that things could be faster. And then I think we were one of the first people to see the process of people going viral, quote unquote, which can look like someone just did that overnight, or thinking that person's exposure, or like that person blowing up or whatever, is due to hard work, or due to there's a lot of bits and pieces that go into why certain things take off the way that they take off. You know what I'm saying? So, and that could be metrics, that could be people's preference, that could be the hot thing right now, that could be over sexualizing one person. It could be how, even all the way down to how a video or a podcast is edited or cut to like highlight certain things. Because usually, like, whenever, well, that's not even the case, because there's sometimes somebody drop a video like, man, I hated that video, and that video go viral, or that song blows up. It's like, man, I hated that song, but it was something in it that resonated with everybody at that point in time.
I think most things go viral I think things going viral, and the things that do go viral point a picture to how sick we are as a society. But that's another thing. The things that go viral. Why is this going viral? But I want to go back to your experience, because you're only 30.
Well, that's it. Let me say this.
Okay.
Please don't forget, but not how sick we are, but who we've become over time. Because I don't think we are sick. I think this generation views the world through a certain lens, and it's through a multitude of things, from our presidents to literally everything that has happened in the last decade has influenced the way that we view the world, unless you're in Christ. And you understand, like, things are going to come to pass. This is all repeating itself. But if you're in the world and you know, like me, like, you know, being in the world and seeing all these things, and sometimes be taken away with the vibe, or be taken away with the trend, then you're gonna view you're gonna look at the world a certain type of way. ChatGPT, that could be a new wave. And now in your mind, I don't have to write a paper. I could ChatGPT this. It doesn't make you sick. It looks like you don't make decisions for yourself, or you identify a glitch, or like, not a glitch in the matrix, a way to make this easier. Or what I said today, convenience. Convenience is the part that's killing. Like, I think that's killing.
I was just about to ask you, do you think that convenience is a killer? Yes, also, can you silence that?
Silence this? Oh, did it ding? Oh, man.
I was just about to ask you that, if you think that convenience is a killer.
Yeah, bro. I think so. I said today, man, like, what did I say? Convenience isn't always good, and something isn't always bad. But just to stay on the convenience thing, yeah, convenience is always good, bro. Like somebody who has a gym 5 minutes away from their house, that gym gets closed, they won't go to the next gym that's 15 minutes away, because it's like, oh man, it's too far. But what about the benefit? Like, you know, most people eat. When I was staying in the hood, like, the closest thing to us was bad food. So that's what most people gonna eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, if I gotta walk an extra block to go get something good to eat, I'm about to go take that walk. Because it's a whole nother thing that comes with it.
So if you could wrap up what you just said in a principle, how would you do that?
Intentionality, being intentional. Because you know, being intentional with what you're doing. So like now, I drink wine, right? Like, it takes a little bit for. anywhere you go, most cities like liquor stores on every corner. Like you can like they sell. I think they're like everywhere, right? So, but I go to Total Wine. That's my place of choice. But it's a little ride there. But I know what type of experience is going to be on the inside of there. Or even better, I go to Starbucks. Like I can go into Starbucks any day of the week. Ain't gonna be nobody in there arguing. Ain't no, what I'm saying, the floor ain't dirty. It's a certain experience I'm gonna get there. That's why I'm choosing that place specifically. Like if I go into Dunkin' Donuts, it's probably gonna be a spill of coffee on the. I'm gonna sit down at the table. The table gonna be sticky. My elbow going to get in something. Sugar on my hands. You know what I'm saying? Like it's. But that's me being intentional. Yeah, I will mark it off as being intentional. Yeah.
Being intentional as it relates to convenience, though. Like you said, convenience. So we're going with convenience is a killer.
Yeah.
And you're saying that how you counteract convenience killing you is being intentional. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I mean, convenience. I think when people are just in motion, like how you when people are just like on autopilot, the things that they usually take hold of is the thing that's convenient. Like, or the thing that's attractive to the eye. They're, not I don't want to get too sciencey, too big on science, but
no, you can do it, bro. When we talk on the phone, he gets into science, so we can.
No, I do get into science, but I don't want to get too far into it because having this stuff, it'd be feeling like God's revelation to me, and it could be completely wrong, but I know, like certain colors catch people's attention, just in general. Right, and that's just like the human part of you that you can't deny unless you're being intentional. So if you're just naturally driving, if there is a big red building when you drive past the Big Chicken, it's hard to not turn and look at the Big Chicken.
Right.
So that's a place in Georgia. If most people, if whoever listens to this, it's a place in Marietta. Or if you drive past the McDonald's, it's hard to not turn like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because it's red.
Yeah.
Just naturally it's going to catch your attention.
Yeah.
So, like, if you're not a person that's like being intentional with how you're eating, or a person that's being intentional with, let's just stay there. If you're not being intentional with how you're eating, what's that? You might not get it right now, but next time you drive by, let me go check it out.
Hey, so check this out, and we can go to an interesting place, right? Because it's something that I looked into at a period of time, was that like that intentionality, people or society, I guess like the decision makers in society, people that own these large corporations, they're being intentional with us. The McDonald's isn't red by mistake.
No.
The arches are yellow by mistake.
Yeah.
So I think that's another, like, to your point, there are forces in society that are trying to influence you in a specific way on purpose.
It's manipulation.
Manipulate you, right? And the only way to counteract that is to what?
Be intentional.
Be intentional.
And pay attention. Most people aren't making decisions by themselves. They're being swayed and persuaded and manipulated, essentially, right? I mean, and if you want to, like, go further, it can be witchcraft. It can be magic, right?
Can you speak to that for a second?
Hey, man. No. Hey, man. Yeah. Not to go knee deep.
Yeah.
But to go shin deep. Anything you're doing to get a certain reaction out of someone is manipulation.
Okay.
No way, like no matter how you try to shake it, right? Like if you're doing something intentional with the intent to get this reaction out of people, it's manipulation. So
is it against their will or with their will? So I'm thinking of a comedian right now. I'm intentionally trying to make you to laugh. Am I manipulating you if you come to my show?
I don't know. I think that's it could be a little different.
Or is consent involved?
I don't know. That could be different because it's because sports, right? Like you're a fan of the team. I don't know, whatever makes you a fan of the team, whatever the case may be. but you're at a game, coming to enjoy yourself. You go out to the concessions at halftime, like everybody leaves like during halftime to go get something to eat or something like that, and there's this big red sign out there. You're like, oh, what's that over there? Or there's music being played at this chicken bar or something, like this taco stand or whatever. Oh, what's that music down there? You know, like you're being swayed in that direction. So if we're going like deep diving into it, I think it could still be considered manipulation. And it could be to the point to where it's like it's so embedded in human nature that we're not even noticing how intense it is. So like the people that do they usually do it at Walmart or Kroger's. They're in the parking lot. They'll get a speaker, right, and they'll play music out there, and they'll put a little hat down.
Yeah.
Right. And they'll just play this sad violin on the speaker with this the volume turned all the way to the top, right? Are we saying that they're not doing that intentionally to get your attention?
Sure, they are.
Right? Like whether it's, hey, you know, we just come to you humbly to to receive some type of donation of. They can't say that they're not out there for a reason.
Yeah.
Right. The same way that if me and you go out and we go street preaching.
Yeah.
And we're in the parking lot with a speaker. We're trying to get your attention.
100%. Now,
I think the intentionality part could be shaky. That's why I don't want to get too deep into science. I think your intent in what you're doing with that attention you're getting is where the evil can come in. Because attention is the new currency. Yeah. Right? Like whoever has the most attention, that's who brands are paying X amount of money to.
That's
because
I just had not understanding, but I just realized this with the streaming stuff.
Yeah.
I was talking to my little brother, and matter of fact, they just had streaming awards. Yeah. I see it like show up on my feed.
That's the first time, yeah.
Yeah, and so like I'm seeing celebrities get on these streamers platforms.
Yeah.
Because that's where their attention's at.
Yeah. Because they're gonna get attention. Even
and to me, it looks child. To me, it's not my generation. It's not our generation. We're not a streaming generation. I think that's maybe under us.
Yeah.
But to me, it looks crazy to see like a guy sitting in front of a computer, live streaming with Kevin Hart next to him, and Kevin Hart is coming to this kid's platform. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks crazy to me, but
and they're doing it for a reason though.
Yeah.
Like Nicki Minaj, I think before she got on Kai Cenat's stream, I think she was saying something like she's promoting an album. Her album is about to come out. Now, the dude Kai, like he's like one of the most.
Yeah. I've heard
like, bro, he has so many eyes on him and attention on him. Like, if you're on there, even if people don't know who you are, for a split thought, they're like, let me check him out.
Yeah.
But I think the bigger part, because attention is just always being swayed. But I think the bigger part is that people aren't being intentional with the decisions that they're making. Like wherever the attention sways, or wherever wherever
the current.
Yeah, kind of sort of like if Kai Cenat say, Nike just whatever, right? This is like the mass of people that's following him is just going to sway to Nike, even if it's for a day, and they all check it out, and like Nike.com is going to get so many dings in that one day just because he mentioned them. And that's the same with like Nicki Minaj, Kevin Hart, whatever. I bet there's a bunch of people that watch his Kevin Hart's stand up, and it may even more people might have even watched it because of that, like a younger crowd.
Yeah.
The older crowd already know Kevin Hart. We all know Kevin Hart before social media even like really started taking off, because he don't put a lot of stuff, like he don't do the social media skits, right? Like we just know him as a comedian. But maybe he got some of the younger crowd by being over there like, oh, this dude is funny. Well, actually, he's been hanging out with them more. He's been hanging out with them for a while. Like
I saw.
So, could it be intentional? I don't think it's. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, why Kanye West and Drake. Why Kanye West wanted, why do you want to be around Drake so much in that point in time where Drake was kind of on the rise? to kind of catch the wave and go with it, or competition. I don't know, but that could be a whole nother direction. But yes, I think to counteract, um, um, what's the word? Convenience.
Getting killed by convenience.
Well, not just being killed by convenience, but not being killed by convenience, and not just being swayed every which way, and allowing social media to drive your boat. I think it's just, like really being intentional, taking time to like recenter yourself, like, and get into your body, like really have your feet on the floor.
What are some because I still want to go to some of your experience that you have. But before
trauma, experience is crazy, man. But before, I appreciate the compliment.
Hey, I'm using your word. You said experience. But before we go there, what are some of the ways, or what are some things that you're working on? Speaking of intentionality in your life, certain things that you're doing, and what are the reasons for you doing those things?
So music is one of the main things right now. Well, not the main things. Well, it's one of the things that I'm doing right now, and it's because I want to make music that I want to listen to. I do think that there's some. It's like Christian rap right now. There's Hovey, who I love, Forrest Frank, who I love, and then there's like this. There's a ledge, like, just like one step down, not a whole step, but like maybe like a half a step down, where you have Caleb Gordon and Alex Jean and all these other people, and they're doing their thing as well. But like, in that half a ledge down is not like worse music. It's just a different genre of music, and it's more like casual music. Hovey and them is like it's like rap worship in a way. But I'm a person that likes battle rap. I like battle rap. I was just raised on rap and hip hop. So.
But the intentionality so you're saying you're being intentional in the music that you're listening to, or the music that you want to create, or that you're creating, or both? Because you mentioned both.
The music that I want to create
is being influenced by the music you listen to.
At times it has, and then there's certain songs, like I'll make a song and I'm like, no, bro, that don't feel right, or I'll start writing like, that's too far right, like it's too much trauma in there, like not like from a sad point, but there's my old way, my flesh is coming out in that song.
What do you mean by that?
Like one thing I wrestle with is what the Bible calls selfish, not selfish ambition.
It is. I think it is selfish ambition.
It might be selfish ambition. But one thing that I have is like fall down, I'm gonna get it done. So the music that is easy for me to fall into is like a Nipsey Hussle, Davies type of rap, where it's like hustle and motivation.
And you don't want people to listen to that?
It depends on the heart posture of it. Like there's like the song 2K27. It's like it's fun. It's upbeat.
This is your song.
Yeah. And it has some motivation, but it's not as much hustle. I think that might be the difference, right? Like I think hustle could be you like trying to move God out the way, and like I'm gonna go do this, like do everything that's forbidden or everything that's coming up, convictions, and you just like I'm gonna get it done. You're not turning to God at all. You're just getting destroyed through this process of trying to get this thing done that you want. Whereas like motivation could be a better way to look at what you're dealing with, a better way to look at what you're doing and how you're doing it. Like finances. Like I think one of the raps I was there was a song, I made a song with a friend. It said, I took my wifey out to ballet and saw an angel come alive. And that was like my way of like, not glorifying, but shining light on dadhood. and being a husband.
What's the name of that song?
I don't even know the name of it right now. I forgot the name of it. I haven't dropped that song though.
Oh, okay.
It's like we're probably like performing or something like that. I don't know, because the person I had on the song, his part was a little.
Oh, it didn't match.
Yeah, it was a little shaky. Because again, it can sound like it can easily go into selfish ambition, but I don't know too many people that are rapping, husbands, fathers that are rapping, and they're talking about fatherhood.
Yeah.
Like most rap songs is talking about girls, women, having all the women, having all the money, so on and so forth. Like, bro, I want to make it cool to be a dad, be a husband, be a friend in this community, be a real person. Like, make that cool, and it sound fire too. So I guess that's my intentionality, or my intention behind it. Talk about my kids and stuff like that. Here and there, you'll hear people talk about their kids in songs, but it's a little dot of that. Like, nah, this is the actual life I'm living. So from that to the movies, like we do movies together, so we don't want to just make soccer mom movies. I want to be a dad and go to a movie like, bro, that movie like a Forged ×5. Like that I felt that right there. Like, man, it was praying in tongues, you know what I'm saying? Like, and it wasn't an African movie, it was an American movie, and they was praying in tongues.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I've never seen a movie where they're American, bro, they was praying in tongues. Like, I'm American, you're American, we both pray in tongues.
Yeah.
Right? And there's plenty of Americans that pray in tongues as well, but that's not talked about. And we fight off spirits. Like, I take every thought captive, you take thoughts captive.
Yeah.
Right? Like, but nobody knows about it. It's always the movie where the dog died, or somebody died, or some little girl was revived back to life.
Everybody.
Yeah, Airbud.
Get out of here.
Airbud type movies, man. Like, it's not corny, they have their place. But like, I think we could do more, especially with the world doing so much and promoting so much. I think that our creativity is being limited with the fear of like, oh, everybody's not going to accept it. So intentional that way. Books, yeah, anything we're doing, man. So books, t-shirts, the job I'm working, everywhere we go, it's a ministry. When you're here, whether we're out in the world, or dealing with people in any way, like, we're all like a walking, like a ministry on wheels.
So I don't want to assume that we're gonna get to. Well, I don't want to assume that people know what a ministry is. When you say ministry, what do you mean?
What do I'll say when you say
you're
what I think.
Ministry, yeah.
I'll say what I think.
Yeah.
When I say a ministry on wheels, I mean, like, I'm a representation. Not representation. I'm a Christian. And with every job, like, and I've bounced in a bunch of different jobs in the last 2 years. Every job I went at, everybody's like, all right, like, everybody called me pastor at every job I've been at. And
go figure.
That's crazy. That's crazy. But but because, you know what I'm saying, from, being at certain, like, little schools, and I'm like, yo, like, those little kids, nah, don't let them hold hands. No, like, they kids. Yeah. Oh, no, you tripping. No, I said, yo, like, hey, there ain't no hold hands. At like a daycare when I was working at the autism center. So, like, correcting people cussing, like, yo, man, stop cussing in here. Like, I mean, and it could be, part of it is being a dad. Like, sometimes it's like being a dad to people. Not intentionally, but it's just like, it gets to a certain point for me, like, certain things around me, it gets to a certain point where it's like, I can't tolerate seeing it happen no more. Like, I can't, like, hey, man, sooner or later, like, hey, y'all gotta stop doing that. Or, like, this is, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine somebody just parking in a handicapped spot every day, and you see this dude get out this parking spot every day.
Yeah.
Sooner, like, to me, that's gonna bother me sooner or later. Like, bro, like, you ain't got a handicap sticker, you just parking here. Everybody that just got out your car, they all hooping. Like, bro, come on, bro.
I don't think most people would do that. Most people would not pay that person any mind.
And it could be for multiple reasons. It could be from, not wanting to be a problem to people, or, it could be fear of man. It could be a bunch of different things, right? It could be But to me, I think a lack of order for me just drives me up a wall. That's one thing that bothers me more than anything. Like seeing something out of order and watching it just get worse. Especially like when there's like in that situation, there's somebody that we had, like there was a vendor that was coming to the job and they was setting up at the job, but they was parking in a handicap spot. Like, bro, you're willing and able, bro. Like, why you keep parking right here?
And they're vendors, so they're coming frequently.
Yeah.
So that's a real
like, bro. And while we got like people like hobbling into this gym, we got blind people, we got, you know what I'm saying, like a bunch of different people that are walking into the gym, and you in a handicap spot.
You had that conversation with them.
Yeah.
How do you respond?
So the guy, there was a guy that worked with me who told the vendor that he could come there. So I was like, do you want to talk to him or you want me to talk to him? Because I know you have a relationship with him. I don't know what that relationship is. So he went and talked to him. And he was like, oh, okay, yeah, we'll move it. Because I feel like if I straight line it, could, like, the vendor was there longer than I was. So, but I brought it to his attention. I'm like, yo, like, soon, like, hey, like, we got to do something about this. Like, but yeah, I don't know. That's just the type of person I am. Like, it's hard to ignore things that's right in front of you. But most people don't live right in front of them, man. A lot of people be in their head all the time. Like, so I work at LA Fitness, bro. Like, you know, we have these little scanners. And you gotta, like, you know, you go to the LA Fitness app, you'll scan it. I can't tell you how many times people like have their phone backwards, try to scan it like this. Something wrong with the scanner? No, bro, your phone's backwards.
The what you need to scan is on the.
It's on your actual screen. You trying to scan the back of your, like, or like have their wallet and they're scanning their wallet or scanning their Kroger card instead of their barcode card. Like, people be on autopilot, bro. And it'd be a lot going on, so I can't get mad at people, man. But you know what I'm saying? So I get it, but it's also the reason why things happen the way they are. The sales community preys on people that don't make their own decisions. Like, if I say this cool thing, or if I word it this way, you're gonna do this thing.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're not controlling your eating habits, you're gonna go to the thing that makes the most noise or looks good.
Yep.
Smells good.
Yeah.
They're preying on your animal instincts. You're not making decisions. You're not driving your boat.
Yeah.
So I don't even know how I got there, man.
Really, you just tied it back to what we talked about earlier, which is good.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to go to your experience. I don't know if you want to call it experience or trauma.
What is it? What's experience or trauma, man?
It's whatever you want to call it.
Which one, man? It don't matter, man. Let's do experience.
What I wanted to get at was that you're only 30, and you're someone who I can talk to, especially like relational things, right? That I feel like I can gain wisdom from or get advice from in talking to you. And every time I talk to you, more than not, you talk about some of the experiences that you've had in your life that's giving you understanding.
That's trauma.
That's trauma. That's giving you understanding of certain situations, the best way to move in certain situations, what's going to happen, what's not going to happen, what's normal. Something that you always help me with is, that's always comforting to me, is you always be like, hey bro, you're human. You know, that always helps me out. And so how was some of your, and when you first started talking, there's a quote, I'm not going to quote it correctly, but something like, wise people learn from other people's mistakes.
Yeah, I've heard that.
But you said yourself that you made a lot of mistakes, yet you're a wise person. I can see you're a wise person. So,
I've heard that saying. Well, would you finish your question, or were you?
I can ask you a question, unless you just want to take off right now.
Nah, you can ask the question.
So in a relational sense, what type of experiences have you had that have given you the skill to have healthy relationships, or relationships that are being built. And by being built, I mean like you and somebody else have a, how do you say? You see what I'm trying to say?
Like, I think I get what you're saying. How do I not take my relationships with people, but how do I work through my relationships with people?
Sure,
Maybe
we can go with that. I mean, I just consider you somebody who, what is it? Interpersonal skills? I don't know what it is, but like I feel like you're good with interacting with people just in a general, on a general level, and then on top of that, from the outside, it looks like you have pretty decent relationships with people. You know, just in general. And so my question is, how have your previous experiences informed a lot of the decisions that you make now with people?
So I moved from a lot of
you care about people.
Yeah, but
genuinely.
Yeah, those. Yeah, that's something different. Like why I care about people, and why it's hard for me not to like say something to somebody that I see being like bothered. Like something's obviously bothering you. Like never met you, never talked to you a day in my life, but something's bothering you, and me having like that's something different. But
can you speak to that?
Yeah, I'm gonna answer your first question, and then we'll go there. But the first part, I think, me creating relationships with people, and that comes from like moving a lot. So from bouncing from my mom's house, my dad's house, and then going to my dad's sister's houses, going to the other side of my granddad has a brother, going to, and they stay like in Maryland, or like the deeper parts of Delaware, going there and then experiencing the kids there. So what I'm saying is I've been in a bunch of different places for a good amount of time, and that's what made me like, talk to people more and being okay with talking to people. So like if of course you feel it. I think I fill out any area first. So I'm like, all right, like who doing a lot of talking, who's just trying to get attention. Kind of like weeding out the people, because I don't want to be around these people. Obviously, like they're making all the bad decisions, or they're doing this. Where's my group of people at? And then there, I kind of like make my way into that circle, or whatever. But I think as a kid, like continuing to have to meet new friends, again and again, it kind of make you better with people. I think that's the like one of those experiences that worked out for me. You know what I'm saying? Like continue to make relationships, and then it was to a point where it's like, oh, okay, like I think it was a point in time like in my mid-20s where it was talking about I don't know, my mid-20s I kind of got interested in like people. Like a lot of people think the way they do. Like half times you be talking to people and it's like, I'll never forget the time. There was a time that I was drinking. Well, no, it was a point in time I was at this party, and at the party it was me and my cousin. We both weren't drinking. I think we weren't drinking for like a year or something like that. We was dieting, fasting, and stuff like that. This is before we met Christ. We just wasn't eating. But I remember somebody was like, yeah, you're actually listening to me. I'm like, yeah, you're talking.
I said that to you.
Yeah, It was a girl. And I wasn't like coming at her or nothing like that. And she was just like, I remember, yeah, it was just like weird for her. She was like, yo, you don't want nothing from me or nothing? Like, no. I mean, you said something, so I asked you a question. So we was outside having a question, and everything she said, I'm like responding to what she said. She's like, yo, like that's weird. Like people aren't like that. So I guess that conversation was like a part of the process of me wanting to know people more and why people do the things they do. And not people watching, but you know what I'm saying, appreciating the experience. No. And that's also meshed with the second question I'm gonna answer, like also losing a lot of people and having a lot of people come in your life and leave out of your life. For me, that made me appreciate people more. That's what makes me appreciate relationships with people. So that mess with going different places, like whenever you meet a good friend, like it's like there's nothing like a good friend.
Why do I feel like many times people that have those experiences, it has the adverse effect on them? A lot of people coming in and out of their lives, even losing people, makes people start to put up barriers, start to put up walls, I think, right? And they don't have that perspective where they say there's nothing like a good friend. It's kind of like the adverse thing, like can't trust people, can't get too close to people, right? Because if I get too close to them, they'll leave, something will happen, right? Wounds, scars. And so like, can you speak to that?
It could be a mix of both of those things I had experienced, like both of those traumas together, like having to move a bunch of different places, and then two, having a bunch of people like die and leave, go to jail, move somewhere else. Like I think those two things coupled together made that experience, because I didn't, because all the friends that I had, I actually like had relationships with them. They was actually cool. We actually have like relationships. And then and that was a person that always like enjoyed life too. So I don't know, and I don't even know. I think I might get that from my mom. Well, my dad, both of them. They're like livers. Like they're people like live, like they, you know, like they actually like live. Not, I don't want to say live life, but their feet are on the floor, basically. So, so like I'm always trying to see the best in that part. I think comes from my mom, like always seeing the best in this. So it's really a combination of a bunch of different things. So my mom's in there too, where it's like, you know, she always tries to see she's always seeing the best in the situation. My dad too, at times, like, so. All right, well, bang, I'm over here. I'm in Virginia. We don't know how long we're gonna be here, but they got bikes in the backyard. You know what I'm saying? We ride the bikes. We go meet some kids. What's up, y'all? Oh, my name is Oh, okay. When's the next time y'all gonna be on the bikes? Okay. All right. Well, we'll see you tomorrow. Like, get into some BS with them. You know. Now it's like we're cool with them. Then we go to the basketball court, find some people over there. So it's always been this thing of like just enjoying the moment for real. Like that's just yeah. And then being outside too, like I'm a 90s kid, so I've always been outside. So and then that's my dad's side, like being in the hood. Like I had a whole bunch of little bad kids that we was running around with. Then I had this guy that was in the streets that my dad, like let him take me to the park. He'd make sure like nothing happens to me or nothing like that. So so in having those type of experiences, it's hard to not like see people. I'm saying, like I've never not been raised by people. I've been around people my whole life. I got a big family. Always had a big friend group. I was the person that taught to all the kids in high school, middle school, special ed kids. Like I'm dabbing kids up. What's up, y'all? Like saying up like.
Were you popular? You're popular.
I wasn't popular, bro. I wouldn't say. I wasn't popular, but I don't know. Was I popular? I don't think I was. I wasn't popular in the way that it makes sense. Because I think like the movie popular, like not the actual movie popular, but like in the movie
stereotype popular.
The stereotype popular, like he's the jock, he's the person that everybody likes. He's the one that gets everything from the teachers. He gets bypassed on all these different things. He's homecoming king and stuff like that. I think everybody liked me. Like nobody had nothing against me, and not because I was avoiding problems with people, but like, what you gonna be mad about? Like, there's nothing to be mad at me about. But like, I also like dated like the girl at my high school. Like she was like the leader of the cheer squad, so on and so forth. 4 rides over here. And that was my junior year. But then I moved to South, and she went off to college. And then South Gwinnett was like a whole nother thing. But then there I was kind of making my way to not to the top, but like it's like I don't know. Yeah, so I wasn't popular though, but I was known, or people wanted to know me. So I just like people just always wanted to be around me, or because I was always around people. So I don't know. That's interesting. I don't know. I wouldn't call myself popular though, because just off of the stereotypical situations of a popular person. I don't think I would have got voted for prom king or something like that. But like, if you ask somebody at the school I was at in Delaware, if they know Jaqui, they'll say yeah. And even though I was at South Gwinnett for 1 year, if you ask somebody like, yo, you know, somebody took that for you, yo, you remember Jaqui? Like, you would get some people that say yeah too. And not because I was like out there, but I was just like everywhere. I want to be like, I want to do every class, every club. Like,
you said that you lost a lot of people, or a good amount of people. Me, I haven't, so I'm trying to put myself in your shoes and imagine how I would react to losing people that I care about, I'm close to, and I can't. So how, like, and it might seem like a crass question, but like, how has that had an effect on you?
I think it starts as
How do you deal with that?
I mean, now I don't know. It's not people die, and a lot of times they're involved in a bunch of different stuff. My experience with people dying, bro. I mean, I think they're now it's like, you know, people come and go, and it's usually people are like tied to certain things. It's reasons why things happen to people, and that's kind of like how I deal with these situations now. But I think also a way that I deal with it is like cherishing people while they're here, and you know, valuing and appreciating, being grateful for the relationships I do have. And cherishing the ones. That's why I take, like, you know, my relationship serious with people. What was the other part of the question?
I want to interject. Do you, because of the people that you've lost, do you somewhere in the back of your mind have a thought maybe that, hey, this person could not be here at any point?
Yeah. I have those thoughts all the time. I have that thought about myself, bro. I could be gone.
Really?
Yeah. Often. I wrote a what's it called? Like when people pass away.
Eulogy. No, not a eulogy. Like when you sign your what's it called? A will.
Not a will. I forgot what it's called. But it's like basically like if you pass, like the message that would be to the people like that's closest to you.
You wrote that?
Yeah. I wrote one of them on my phone. I think I might have wrote a physical copy too, but that's a thought that I think of often, bro. Like how do I want to be remembered? God forbid anything in my mind. I think like, because when people, bro, if you hear about somebody committing suicide, like they're usually people like you just saw this person, like they was laughing and smiling. Like nothing was normal. They was just their normal selves. And then the next day they're gone. Suicide. Or you see somebody, you know what I'm saying, that you was laughing, you know their wife, their husband, and you dapped them up, ate food with them, stuff like that. Like me and you sit down right now. Like there's people that I've had conversations with this with, like shared tears with, performed with, and bro, you dap them up, and then again next week, you know, you get a call, yo, bro, so and so was killed because whatever. Like me and you sitting down here, like this person was just here, like he was a real person. She was a real person. I think one of the first people that committed suicide in my life was I'm not gonna say her name, but it was a white girl that I was cool with, and people like would just treat her weird. But that always made me. I don't know. I'm always attracted to like people that are outcasted. In a way, not the people that was like just doing hard drugs and being stupid. Like those people, I'm like, they doing hard drugs and they stupid. But the people that's like, that kind of stick to themselves. I was like that person too, and that for some reason that made people like gravitate to me. That I kind of want to be by myself in a way sometimes. But yeah, she committed suicide, but she seemed like a normal person. Like we would talk, make jokes, so on and so forth. White girl, she was super cool. She committed suicide. I was like, dang, bro, like she died, bro. Like yeah, bro, she overdosed, bro. Like, dang, like, you know what I'm saying? I mean,
it was intentional.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't intentional. Like I'm about to just off myself, but it could have been at a party. I don't know. It could have been at a party. Like, oh, we just get turned up, and I'm gonna go as far as I can go, and just see what happened. Shoot, I mean, I've done that plenty of times. Like when I was drinking, like back when I was drinking hard liquor, like I'm saying, pass out. Oh, I'm still here. All right, next day. So I think, yeah, when you have those experiences, I think it's like it's real. Most people don't know that it's like a real thing that people can die.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. Like I think people like, bro, there's people that drink coffees, smoke cigarettes, and go work out. People, bro, I see people drink Celsius before they go superset. Bro, your heart can explode, dude. Like, what is wrong with you? People don't know that. They just be on autopilot. Like, I mean, shoot, bro. Sometimes people die, bro. People die in their family, and they go to the funeral, and it's all right, back to work tomorrow. Like,
there's a verse that's ringing in my head right now, and it's I'm gonna paraphrase it, but it says something like, it's better to be in the house of mourning than at like a party, right? It might be in Ecclesiastes.
I don't think I've ever heard that verse.
I want to pull it up, as a matter of fact.
Let me see.
Can you pull it up? Yeah. If you type in, it's better to be in the house of mourning, you'll find it.
In the house of mourning. Okay, Ecclesiastes 7:2-4.
Can you read it?
It is. Wait, hold on. Let me go to something that makes sense to me. The KJV got real spooky. TBT. No, let's do NIV. It is better to go to a house of mourning than to go to a house of feasting, for death is the destiny of everyone. The living should take this to heart.
Can you read it one more time? Sorry.
It is better to go to a house of mourning than go to a house of feasting, for death is the destiny of everyone. The living should take this to heart.
Do you think you fall into that category? Like
Yeah,
that,
I mean,
like based off of what you just said, you say, yo, people can go at any time. People don't realize that. That's what that verse is talking about.
Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
So the living should take it to heart. You take it to heart. You value people because you've seen people leave.
Yeah.
You know that death is a real thing.
He said, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to heart. What's his A&P? It is better to go to a house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting. For that day of death is the end of every man, and the living will take it to heart and solemnly ponder its meaning. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, shoot, I guess that's what it is. That verse right there personified. And experiencing, yeah, bro. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think that's a good verse. I've never read that verse. I think even that, bro, and I say all the time, like, I don't think people know. Sometimes when abuse is happening, I don't think people know most people don't know what physical abuse looks like. Or like when they see it, it's like, wait, is this happening? Like, yes, bro, somebody's being abused. Or something like somebody being verbally abused. Most people don't know what that looks like. So it's like,
You talking about in a domestic situation?
Not just in a domestic situation, bro, but so when people were getting bullied, they were being abused, bro. Like, physically abused, like beaten against their will. Against somebody that's bigger. You feel me? Like, but you don't see it as that. It's like, oh, Tommy just, the big guy, oh, he just wanted my lunch money. Bro, Tommy just punched out Lil John. Like,
Yeah.
well, he's abusing him, bro. Like, so Lil John come in here tomorrow and shoot this school up. It's the reason why he did it.
Yeah.
He was being beat against his will. You don't think that Lil John couldn't, like, if he could get up, you don't think he would have got up and ran away? Or imagine, like, you know what I'm saying? So I think, yeah, it's even verbal abuse, like, you know what I'm saying? So people be getting verbally abused, bro. It be actually happening. So yeah, I think, yeah, I'm one of the people that could just like see it, like, dang, like that's happening, or this is happening, or, oh, let me take a break, bro. Like, this is becoming too much for me, or whatever. And paying attention to those certain type of stuff. So I guess, I mean, so it all goes back to being intentional. Because I know for sure if I'm getting verbally abused, bro, I'm gonna be a bad person. Or physically, like if I'm being verbally abused, like at a job, like sooner or later I'm a pop, bro. Like, you're not gonna keep talking to me like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So and that's just knowing myself. Like, certain people are different. Some people can take more physical abuse, like, not even to go down that avenue, but certain people can only take but so much.
Yeah.
You feel me? And I know that because I popped before. Like, I've seen rape before. I've let myself go before, and I've seen other people too. So when I see this person kill himself after killing his whole family, like, you know, the news article might be, oh, this dude was crazy. But he killed his family and then killed himself? Y'all think he was just, like, off his rocker?
I would think about people that say people are crazy. I think I heard somebody say, I think it might have been Dave Chappelle. He said, saying that somebody's crazy is dismissive.
Yeah.
And it taught me a lot. Just that statement.
Yeah.
You know, people don't do stuff for no reason.
No, they don't. Ever. Yeah, like, unless, but even if, like, it's like a crazy drug trip of any kind, you saw something or whatever, like, that still was a reason behind it. There's something, like, exact to your point, like, nothing comes from nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, and I think one of my past relationships, I got into that a lot. Like, it's always, it was a lot of things related to, was like, the man is not doing this. He's a this. But I said, me being a guy, like, and also not having my stuff together, I know what it feels like, or the type of thoughts and the type of violence, like, I was carrying when I didn't have nothing going on in my life.
When you didn't have anything going on in your life.
Yeah.
You mean, like, no purpose.
Yeah, no purpose, like, no purpose and no reason.
So you saying that you didn't have any purpose, I guess, like, added to you being violent? Or having violent? Explain that.
There's nothing to care about, bro. Like, if you have built up trauma and you don't have, like, a purpose or a reason for living, what's stopping you from jumping up, bro? Bro, I'm about to go all the way up. I mean, I don't think nobody in their right mind, or even their contorted mind, wants to go to jail. I think that's, like, just the worst of the worst.
Yeah.
But you're not thinking about that when you're carrying 10 years of trauma, 20 years of trauma, and somebody at your job is yelling at you, your girlfriend's yelling at you, your boyfriend's yelling at you, or whatever, like, and you're not talking to nobody about it. You just carrying it around, waiting for the perfect opportunity. So
there's a book that you told me about recently.
The Body Keeps the Score.
Can you talk about that book?
Yeah, it basically talks about, like, trauma that's not, like, talked about or expressed. That trauma is stored somewhere in your body. And the book talks about, like, how your body, what happens to your body when the trauma is stored there. You know what I'm saying? Whether it's pains, aches,
Teach the
cancers.
Teach the people.
Huh? Hey, man. Bro, hey, man. Sometimes you gotta read, man. Hey, I actually need to find the book. I don't know where it's at, but it was yeah, but I'm also, before I got to that book, there was like this aha moment where it was like, oh, like my thoughts contribute to my actions. So I'm like, okay, well, what if I change? Like, how can I change my thoughts? How can I reprogram my thoughts? Like, oh, I got to start listening to different stuff. So then I went on a series of like listening to different music, watching different. Okay, all right, well, hey, that kind of has me thinking in a whole different world, in a whole different way. All right, bro, I should start going to different places. Then me and my cousin, we just went on a series of going to different places. Instead of going to American Deli, we going to not Subway, not Subway, but like, like a good Italian restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
Or instead of microwaving food, bro, we cooking our food. Like, we not going to the liquor stores no more. We going to wineries. Or Saturday night, we not going to party. We about to go to Starbucks and write this idea out that we was doing. But it also came from Nipsey Hussle too. So that, I mean, and I'm coming out of this area of like idolizing him, but he was the first person that told, like, for me, somebody from the hood, that you can think differently. You don't have to think the way that you've always thought. You don't have to continue to be that person. You can be different.
As a man thinketh, so he is.
Yeah, and I think I've seen that in a couple of different books, but it's different when you see somebody walking in that.
Mm-hmm.
So you see him gangbang. I think he was still gangbang all the way through his the time that he passed away. But from like, I'm outside, I'm shooting guns, y'all, to, let's talk about these stocks. Let's talk about, let's talk about this. Let's do something different. Let's stop thinking the same way. Let's stop just spending our money. That was a spot. So it was just like constant and endless experience that was like, I can control my destiny to a certain extent. And then when I met Christ, like that's when I was like, oh, there is an extent, like there is a line to where it's like God's in control of this. You're contributing, like you're doing all the contributing factors. You don't have any control of the determining factors. I think like God's like driving that all the way. Like God is the boat, He's the engine of the boat. I think you're just like the guy with your hands on the wheel. But when the water hit the boat, like you can't really control the wheel. Like you just got hit by it. But God's the boat. He's making sure you're not drowning.
Yeah.
He's gonna keep it sturdy, so on and so forth. But you're trying to, twist and turn. Unless you start trying to drive that boat somewhere else, then you're in a side mission for 10 to 15 years. You're like, oh dang, I was never supposed to be over there.
Can you go back to the body keeps the score? Because I think that there are people that are experiencing pains in their bodies that's caused by trauma and they're not aware of it. They've never had the thought like, hey, maybe the reason why this area of my body hurts, my chest, my shoulder, my back, whatever, is because of some things that I haven't unpacked.
And that I think the full revelation of that comes through scripture. Because yes, that's true. And even that's the same as every time somebody says something about a father, somebody gets triggered, or somebody says something about a mother, somebody's triggered, or somebody says something about, what I'm saying? Like people it goes, that same topic of the body keeps the score goes to like into triggers. In that healing process of having some truth to go in that area. So like, I think one of the stories that was in The Body Keeps the Score, hopefully this is one of the stories, but it's coming to me like it was one of the stories in there. Like someone who, or it might have been a story on, it's either in the book or it was an interview of somebody, like a doctor talking about shame.
Shame.
It was one of the two.
Okay.
It was one of the two. But it was saying like somebody who's like overweight. Well, two situations. Somebody that's overweight, and then this one, it's like somebody that has like knock knees, and then their knees are like contorted inward, and they kind of like are like this. They kind of stay like this.
Yeah.
It's like usually, those are usually people who were victims of molestation, and like them not being free from that experience or like having that happen to them, their body literally started to contort itself to protect itself. So like, and I think, I don't know. I'm not gonna say that one because I don't know for sure if that. I think somebody I watch often, Tim Ross. I think he was telling a story about something else, but I don't know where that source came from. But there's certain ways that your body tells on you. So even some people that like kind of like arc over, like, you know, there's some type of shyness or some type of experience that happened in their life that's making them arch over like that or walk, you know, like looking down at the floor. There's something that's, you know, like people don't do everything that somebody does. Like they're doing it for a reason.
Yeah.
Or why somebody's like, look, you know, you ever talk to somebody and they just like looking all over like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like, you good?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when kids do that to me, I'm like, man, you all right? You know, I look behind them. You running from somebody?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you, man?
Because you know that something's happening or happened to them.
Yeah. They're projecting something.
Yeah.
It's projection. It's really what it is. Like people are always projecting things. And whenever, like, I guess, like somebody's in my immediate area and they're projecting something and I can see something, like my hands is kind of like, you know, like, yo, like say something. Or ask a question or something. Maybe you can help, maybe you can't. But if you can, at least you said something, especially when you see it. Like, especially, like, you know, like, I know you've seen it, like a kid that just has like this dark shadow on him, hoodie on.
Yeah.
He looked like he almost blew. Like, he just like this dark hue. Like he's like, bro, and he just like, he just cold, bro. Like, and you like, to me, I'm like, yo, bro, you good? Yeah, man, I'm good. As soon as you say that, bro, I know you're not good. I can see it. You carrying it.
Yeah.
Like,
Is that when we talk about when you ask somebody why they're angry and they're shouting at you?
Oh yeah, bro. Like, bro, you can't say, yeah. I'm
You're
not
shouting at me,
I'm not
bro.
angry. Like, bro, you're not angry. And bro, and then also understanding that emotions, like all emotions have like emotions are for reasons, bro. Like shame is like a sign. Shame is like an emotion that helps you discover a limit. Like if you hit your daughter like you hit somebody too hard, like a friend or something like that, and like, yo, bro, you hit me. Like that shame, like, oh, dang, bro, like my bad, I didn't know I hit you. Like that shame can be healthy.
Yeah.
Right? Or like anger, bro. Like you're trying to. I think anger is like one of those emotions that arise when you're trying to do something and it's just not getting done. You know what I'm saying? Like conflict resolution, like when kids just start fighting, like, bro, why y'all fighting? I don't even know why y'all fighting. Y'all couldn't express to each other what y'all trying to communicate, so y'all decided to fight.
Yeah.
Like, but the emotion itself was just a sign that, you know, like you guys needed some help to talk through this or walk through this, and that's how most people are. Sadness, grief, they're all emotions. And again, if you're not feeling through those things, especially like somebody being molested, somebody being abused, somebody being verbally, physically abused, you know what I'm saying, or any near-death experience, witness somebody dying, and you didn't feel that, and you just like hiding those things away, it's going to contribute to something.
Yeah.
That might contribute to like why a lot of these kids just like walking through the hood with their head down and they just kind of like, you know, like walking around scary. Like, bro, you just witnessed somebody get killed last week, bro. Like, and you don't know, you can't tell who you going, like, your parents is probably, you know, like it's so much. It's so much. I took my wife to Delaware. I remember the last week we was there, bro. It was somebody that in the hood, bro. Well, at least in Wilmington, like Philly, like the streets are super small. So like the end of this carpet can be my dad's porch, and maybe that book, the smaller bookshelf, like right here, is like maybe even maybe at the end of that table, for real, is like the other side of the street. So like when somebody's talking or something loud is happening, you can hear it. You can hear it all through the neighborhood. And I remember like I remember somebody was like screaming or like just crying, just wailing, bro, because their kid just died. They got killed the night before, and they were just yelling, Mike, bro, I'm upstairs in my room in the back of the house. I open the window to be like, all right, man, you know, get like a little air in or something like that. I just hear her, like, that's traumatizing, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine, like, just try to imagine it, bro. Like, she just went, like, her kid is not here. He didn't show up this morning. The coroners must have came to her house, or whoever goes and told her, yo, is this your son? Yeah, he's not here no more. Imagine what that cry, probably that screech, and she's, bro, and it's echoing through the whole neighborhood. Bro, these is blocks, but they're so tightly packed. Again, bro, you can hear blocks down. And bro, like, that's why I was like, bro, I gotta get my family the hell out of here, bro. Like, cause I'm opening them up to the things that I experienced as a kid. I'm trying to go up there to try and do something different. But that's just like one of the things I feel like, you know, like imagine, you know, you hearing this. This is not even something that happened to us, but this is your friend, somebody you know what I'm saying, or you saw somebody get killed, or you saw blood on the street, like, and that's something like that's another weird thing, like in some, I don't know about every hood, but I know like there was somebody that got killed on their street, and the blood was still in the street, like, because nobody's coming to rinse that. Who's coming to rinse it? Like, they're not bringing the firefighters here to rinse the blood down. You gotta wait till it rain. So there's blood on the street here. Or even like when people get killed in home invasions and stuff like that, like people don't talk about that. Like, but the family has to clean that up. The cops don't.
When it comes, the cops don't.
No, bro, the family has to clean that up. So imagine, you know, Tim going here and shoot John all over the house. His family's not there, but you shoot him all over the house. The boy's trying to run away. You just keep shooting him. All that, the blood, they're gonna come pick the body up. They're gonna do the investigation, take up everything they need to take up. When the family comes home, that's gonna be there. They gotta clean it, which is like insane. So like, you know, just trying to put it in perspective to like what that looks like for like certain people that are experiencing these things. Like, bro, I understand, because I know my life ain't the worst. So I know there's people that's out here experiencing certain stuff, bro. Like, and if nobody ever said nothing to you or said hi to you, bro, like, you're walking around like, bro, I'm gonna hurt somebody. But like when you interrupt somebody's autopilot, like he just like, you know what I'm saying, he just holding this anger on him, and you like, yo, bro, you good? Huh? Like they didn't even no headphones in, but they're like, huh? You said something to me? Like, yeah, bro, you good? You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, and this happened multiple times. Like, yeah, bro, like, yeah, I'm good. But they're more curious that you said something to them.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people like that. There's a lot of kids out here like that, bro. That's out here shooting other people, bro, and they just mad because something happened to. Again, bro. So yeah, I don't know how I got there neither. Oh, but the book, like, people storing trauma in their body and stuff like that, bro. Like, that stuff is real. Unexpressed emotion, sadness, grief, things like that. People wear that stuff. You're not talking about it. The least you can do is talk through it with somebody and get the words out. And one of the best feelings is having somebody that experienced something like that. And they, you know what I'm saying, y'all kind of walk, talk through it. But unexpressed and untalked about, bro, like that pain is going somewhere. You pain it somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's going to come out eventually.
Yeah. Before we end, you mentioned something. You mentioned healing for a second from some of these traumas, and you mentioned the Bible and inserting truth into that healing. Can you talk about that before we end?
Trying to think, what's a good one that I have? Well, the fatherhood. So there was a father wound that I had. Well, still have, because I guess if the word of God wasn't in that spot, it would come back up.
What does a father want?
My relationship with my dad, feeling unfathered, feeling orphaned. Is the orphan spirit. It's like that is what comes in that space. So think like this, like think about like just like paint a picture, or at least like how I see it. Like we're in the library right now. So if you go to the shelf and you take 3 books out, it's gonna be a slot right there. And if in a spiritual sense, if there's those 3 books are removed from there, or if there was never 3 books in that spot, the enemy is gonna fill that spot with something.
Okay.
Whether it's a lie, whether it's an idea, whether it's imagination, whether it's a contorted version of the experience that you had, it's going to be there until one day in the spirit, or like God reveals it to you, this is a lie. You know, those 3 books that was put there, or you know that lie that the enemy put there, the Holy Spirit come, you know, and again, like still keep that picture of like those 3 books in that slide. Yeah. Holy Spirit come like, yo, that's a lie, or somebody pointed out to you, yo, bro, stop doing that. Like you're like, yo, what am I doing? Like, yo, I don't know, like you're always getting triggered when you do this or something. I'm trying to think of like there's multiple situations that can come up, but like somebody pointed out to you, you're like, dang, bro, I didn't know I did that. So like over time, you kind of like, if you're paying attention, you're not just on autopilot, you're not just ignoring the people around you, you have good people around you. A mature version of you should look at like, why do I do that? Where did that come from? Why does it only happen when this happens? Over time, God reveals things to you. I think things arise, and then it's like, oh, this happened because this. I got hit in my head by my younger cousin when I was at this time. That's why every time somebody say turn your back, I'm like a little like, bro, what you, bro? Yeah. But once God reveals it to you over time, and it's like, yo, and it's almost like and
really quick and not gonna put words in your mouth, but God can reveal things to you. I think sometimes when people say things like that, like God is gonna speak from heaven, like, hey, it goes back to what you just said, like having somebody in your life point something out to you. Yeah. Right. Maybe even having a dream, having a nightmare. Yeah. Having a certain nightmare over and over again. Yeah. You know, but I just want to put that in there because it's more practical than what people think.
Yeah. So I mean, whether like you said, whether it's somebody that pointed out to you, or something that keeps showing up to you, or like you notice it, or like, you know what I'm saying, you ever snap out on somebody like, bro, why did I do that? Yeah. Like, bro, I just did too much, bro. Like, that's also a sign and signal. Emotions are signs and signals. Like, dang, bro, like, most people like that sign and signal come up of shame, and they'll just like go by it and just act however they want to act. Like, you know, like almost like forget that thing happens. But me, like whenever I do things, my first thought is like, bro, why did it happen? And how can I not make that happen again? If I can, like, or do I just chalk it up to me being a human in separating myself from certain situations? Which is why, like, when a situation arises where I'm being like underappreciated or treated a certain type of way, I separate myself because I'll start to harm myself, and I know like I'll start treating people a certain type of way. And now I'm not being myself. I'm living that. The enemy has put 4 books in this area. Like this gap that was here, the Holy Spirit that was active and gave me revelation, gave me Bible verse on how to treat people, how to love people, and how important love is in people's life. That all went out the window when this situation happened. But that's what the enemy does. He comes to steal, kill, and destroy. Right? So this idea and this knowledge of love and this experience you should, because bro, if you have people around you that love you, if you just go to like a place that used to get trauma from, or like, bro, if I go back to the hood and I just got a house in the hood out of nowhere and I know what the area is like, once I get the house in the hood, bro, it's like just because Holy Spirit changed me doesn't mean that my experience in that area is going to change. That trauma that I experienced in that area is still going to be that way. Unless they break it down and it turn to something else, right? That's like moving out of a house with your cousin who's doing this. You move out one year and you move back in expecting him to change. No, he's doing the same thing that bothered you and triggered you last time. Right? And again, when you move back into that trigger area or you stay around these trigger areas, those books that Holy Spirit removed are being put back in that slot. But to answer your question, again, when that spot is empty, Holy Spirit gives you Bible verses that fit that area. So he transcends your understanding of this certain area of your life, or it transcends your understanding of this idea, whether it be, a father wound, so transcends your idea towards your father and what a father is, or he transcends your idea of fear, transcends your idea of your identity, whatever you feel like there's a laziness, anxiety, fear, lust, whatever that gap is on your bookshelf, he fits that with these spiritual books with endless knowledge that don't have any page limits on them, right? They don't go up to book 100, they go to page infinity, but there's 5 different ones, which is 5 different verses, and there's endless revelation that you get through them or get about them over time.
And so for as practical as you can be, what is, like, give me a verse, give me an issue, and give me a verse, and how you would fill the gap.
I can do a basic one, but I kind of want to do something like, there's a bunch of different ideas I have, but just to be super basic, be angry and sin not, right? There was this kid at the YMCA that I told you about, this little bad kid, bruh, and he would just like try different ways to antagonize me, right? And when he would do things, or like one day he just like stepped on my shoe. I'm like, bro, what? And then one day he like butt me, and I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, bro, mind this kid's like middle school, so obviously in the physical sense, there's no way he's winning that fight, right? But smaller than me, just fragile kid. But I'm like, what is up with this kid? But I would go home and be like, yo, that didn't even bother me. I wake up like, that bothered me. Bothered me for the kid might not come to the after school program the whole week. But that whole week I'm thinking about this kid, like, bro, I can't wait to see this kid. I'm gonna say this to him, or I'm gonna move this way towards him. But realize that I'm human, and if I don't set a boundary, this kid's gonna continue to bother me. So I think like anger is one of those things that can come up to tell you that you need to do something, or maybe you need to try something different. So and when I hear that verse, be angry and sin not, also comes like, be sad and sin not, be happy and sin not. Like these other different emotions, because people, you can get happy and get stupid. Right. So like that verse, that's like, all right, I wasn't tripping for being angry that this kid is like,
normal response.
Right. Or somebody, like a friend does something like bad to you, wrong to you, like somebody that you trust, being okay with being sad, like, bro, that actually hurt me. Being okay with that, bro. And like, but again, don't sin, don't turn away from God because this thing happened. Feel that emotion and go closer to God. And pitting that's one of those things that you can put in that slot of like feeling your emotions, like versus the enemy. Like, you feel angry, all right, go stand on business, like like he gonna do that to you, all right, bro, do this to him. Or all right, this person made you sad, like, well, I'm gonna do this, like, you know what I'm saying? All the possible negative things that you could do. But I feel like there's a better example, but that's like a basic one.
I think that's good. Yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen,
Episode 1.
Episode 1, Jaqui Fletcher. He mentioned a couple of things. There's a song called 2K27.
2K27.
Go ahead and check that out.
26. I don't know.
Oh,
It's 2K26 or 27. I don't know which one it is.
well, it's gonna be in the whatever chat box, description box, whatever it is.
Description box.
I'm also gonna put The Body Keeps the Score in the chat box, description box, the link to it on Amazon or whatever, so you can buy the book if you're interested in that. And that's it. Episode 1.
Episode 1, man.
The podcast where we direct you to the world's genius. Today's genius is Jaqui Fletcher.
Is that what you gonna put that at the beginning?
God bless you. I don't know.